What's up, guys? Welcome to part 2 of the interview with Lil Stain. Thank you for checking back in. Hopefully you checked out the first part. If you haven't, just go on to the YouTube page or wherever you check out the podcast and just go to the previous episode. It was yesterday's. Today we're going to be talking about stacking content, the type of content that you should stack, relationships with people, and just providing value. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one, and let's get right into it. How early before the actual release date of Backup did you submit it to not Spotify, to your distribution company?
It's about a month in advance.
Okay.
About a month in advance. Yeah. So you want to submit it about 4 to 5 weeks in advance.
Yes.
So that you can submit it to the Spotify editorial team. So that, you submit it to the Spotify editorial team. They have time to look at it. If you submit it through distributors and put out a single and you only give it a week or two, the Spotify editorial team's not going to have the time to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to do it in 4 to 5 weeks in advance to, get that like opportunity out there and then start pushing. And you need time to submit to other playlists so you can really do numbers. You know what I mean?
Right. And somebody once told me that or not somebody told me, I saw in a video, I think. But basically that when you submit ahead of time like that and you're able to get on those playlists, like maybe like, I don't know, New Music Monday or some stuff like that, basically if your song gets traction as soon as it's uploaded, Spotify notices that and actually boosts it in the algorithm. They're like, oh, this has people listening to it and liking it immediately. So they're just like,
yeah. No, that's a huge point. So, if you want to be added to people's release radar playlist, that's an easy opportunity. Everybody that follows you, if you upload your song into your distributor and give it enough time, Spotify can put your song on every one of your followers' release radar playlist. So that's an easy opportunity. Like, give it time. You need time anyway. You can't be, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be putting a song out a week ahead, dude. You know what I mean? This ain't SoundCloud,
artists don't
bro.
understand that, though. That's the thing. That's what we're trying to educate them. So that way they start making better decisions. That way they can see more success.
No, that's facts, bro. That's facts. And it's cool. Like, if you're doing that, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we're here for. You know what I mean? We want to be able to help. We want to, you know what I mean? But like, it's just about using your head too. It's just about kind of using common sense. Common sense isn't always common sense though. So it's just kind of like, you want to think like, give these things some time, be patient. If you're really trying to get streams on your song, you know what I mean? If you're feeling like down because you haven't seen those streams, if you're feeling burnt out because you haven't seen those YouTube views or whatever, think about what you're doing that's not working and then adjust accordingly. You know what I mean? Like Albert Einstein said, you know what I mean? You do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results is the definition of insanity.
Yep. And that's I say that constantly is just like, you need to basically just look at what you're doing and then adjust accordingly, because like I tell people the importance of like posting daily, but then it's like if you're posting the same thing over and over again, but it's not getting likes or comments or engagement, like stop posting that. Post something different. Like adjust, always change, always adapt and learn, because like when you stop learning, that's when you lose the game, because the game doesn't stop changing. So so then kind of on the side of promoting and everything like that, you promoted your pre-save, which obviously that is something every artist should be doing, and that's something that you can do if you upload sooner. But how early before the release did you actually start to promote your pre-save? Because I felt like you did a very good job of like rolling your song out and then still to this day promoting it.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah. So the pre-save, to be honest, I only dropped the pre-save link a few times. Now, I did a little bit more pre-save promotion with Yin and Yang, honestly, I think. I promoted the song mostly just through like promo graphics that I got made for my graphic designer. I had like an out April 17th graphic that I put on stories, and I put it on my banners on my Spotify for Artists profile. And I just put it on my YouTube channel, on my SoundCloud, which I don't even upload to at the moment. More on that later, I guess. But I just, I put those graphics everywhere that you might see my profile. And like, that's the thing is like, I only have like, okay, so I have maybe like 1,500 Facebook friends. I have right now like 410 Instagram followers.
Oh, you're
You
into
know,
400s now. Oh, even
yeah,
better.
I've been growing a little bit. You know what I mean? I've been growing a
Oh,
little bit.
oh, we're gonna have to talk about the Instagram sauce after this then.
Yeah, no, we will. We will.
A whole
And
little series, bro.
yeah, bro. Put me on, man. Put me on. I'm trying to help. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help. I like this, bro. This is fun too. So let's do a series, man. Fuck it.
Hey,
But
I'm never against it. I'm never
let's
against
do
it.
it. Let's
We can
do it.
cross content for your channel and mine. Both get some content out of this.
Yeah,
But
bro. 100%.
perfect. So with the pre-save, what are some different ways that you feel that you can promote the pre-save besides just like pre-save my song, like sharing the same picture and link every time? What are some
Yeah.
different interesting ways to go about it?
Right. So what we're talking about here is I'll answer that like in one way or another. What we're talking about is our content strategy and our overall marketing strategy, right? And like, so all these things tie in together. It's like, how am I promoting my pre-save? What am I doing to give people a reason to want to click the pre-save, right? And like, do I even know why the pre-save is important? You know what I mean? So like, the reason why the pre-save is important is because the more people are saving your song in comparison to your save to listener ratio. If you have a good save to listener ratio, you can find your save to listener ratio by dividing the amount of saves you have into the amount of listeners that you have, and that'll give you a percentage based on that's what's called your save to listener ratio. If you have a good ratio, the algorithm picks up on your song and promotes you to more and more people. Hey guys,
Do you
so
know what the numbers would be for that ratio you were talking about? Like what numbers start to put you on like their radar?
yeah. So what I'll do is in this description, we'll leave a link to an article I read published by hypebot.com that talks about this. An artist, songwriter, Steve Benjamin, shared data from his songs, and the songs that did the best on the algorithm had over a 10% save to listener ratio. Those songs did like, those songs did like 350,000 streams or more compared to some songs of his that did maybe 5,000 streams or 10,000 streams just because the save to listener ratio is so good. So you want to promote the pre-save. Now, the thing about it is your listeners don't really have much of a reason to pre-save it. You know what I mean? They're not getting anything from it. And now it just kind of saves to their library as soon as it comes out. Well, can I just get it when it comes out? Yeah. But so you're asking them to do you a favor. You know what I mean? So you want to spice it up a little bit for them. Hey, you're doing me a favor. Maybe even explain to them why it's important. Maybe even break down, you know what I mean? Maybe even say, hey, listen, this really helps me out. If you guys did this for me, whatever, I'll give you $1. I don't know. Come up with something creative. You know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't suggest doing that. You may go broke. You may get a lot of pre-saves, but you may go broke.
But you may go broke. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised though, too. That's actually a shit marketing strategy. I came up with a $100 contest one time. Nobody did it. So
what was the contest?
So the contest was it was a $100 giveaway if you DM'd me a screenshot of you following me on Spotify.
Okay.
And made I would reply to that with like a 20-second clip of the song.
Mm-hmm.
To enter, you had to DM me that screenshot. I'll send you the link to the song, and then you would make a creative video of you vibing to the song, and the most creative person would win. Only like 3 people entered, and like it just kind of didn't do anything. You know what I mean?
My only thought behind that, hearing that, is like that just sounds like it was too many steps. And when you're dealing
so much
with
work, right?
when you're dealing with contests and stuff, you want to keep it as simple as possible.
True.
And I've done that with myself, where it's like do this, do this, do this, and the more steps, the less people are going to do it. People want one click, and there it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why Amazon works. That's why people pre-save their credit cards. That's why, you know what I mean?
Yep.
People just want to. All right. So, why do you think that it's important to stack content, and why does it even matter to like, put on Instagram and promote yourself and all that kind of stuff? Why can't I just share my link or just post the cover art?
Yeah. So, man, I mean, you want to build a connection with your listeners, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about like, it's like, okay, so it's a good point. This guy, the Chris Doe, talks about this. The Chris Doe, you can find him on Instagram at the Chris Doe, Doe spelled D-O. You can find him on YouTube as well. And one good point that he makes, he talks about like social media growth, YouTube growth, stuff like that. The one thing that he talks about is like, okay, it's called social media, right? Which means we're all cooperating together. We're all speaking to each other. It's like, think of yourself hanging out with a group of friends and your one friend's just like, yo, click the link. The whole time you're hanging out with him, he's just like, click the link in my bio.
I make music.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a one-way conversation. Hey, click the link.
Right.
The fuck, dude. I mean, I don't like hanging out with you no more, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
weird.
like,
you just keep
it's just weird. You just keep yelling at me to click the link in bio, dude. I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm like, honestly, kind of like frightened of you. No,
You're a bit aggressive.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, you want to be strategic. You want to, studies show the artists that grow the fastest and the artists that have the strongest fan base are the ones that have a stronger connection with their
100%.
audience and their listeners, right? So it's like, me personally, like, there's so many different content strategies. You could do that with podcasting. You could do that with YouTubing. You can do that also on social media. That's important. A big thing on social media, especially if you're a smaller account, it can be harder to grow because, the Instagram algorithm suggests
it's not in favor of people anymore.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's competitive. So it's like you need to be posting every single day. If not more, bro, you need to do twice a day. Like, if you know what I mean. And so it's like you got to stack content, and you need to make sure that you have enough content to post at every given time. You have to have a content schedule. To be honest, this is something that I need to work on with Instagram. I feel like I interact on Instagram a good amount. Sometimes I'll go a couple days without posting. Sometimes I'll go a few days without posting at the worst. But you can't. You can't. Listen, I'm telling you, you can't. You cannot. I'm telling you. And there's a lot of. I mean, like, hashtags are a great way to grow. Like, there's ways to grow. So by no means am I saying it's too competitive that you can't do it. Like, I just got 1,000 impressions using hashtags a few days ago.
Hashtags are big, and like, you can use up to 30 hashtags per post. And it's like the thing is, people hashtag things that are either irrelevant to what's going on, or it's just hashtags they create themselves, which is okay. It's okay to have some brand associated hashtags. Like I use hashtag rice is nice, hashtag fried rice. But also you want to be using hashtags. Like, as a producer, I use hashtag, need beats, hashtag lease beats, hashtag free beats, hashtag beat. Like, literally 1,000 different variations of these words. That way, if a rapper is ever looking for certain things, or like if I'm putting content out, I'm hashtagging like independent rapper, or like even sometimes use it. And this I've heard it as a gray area, but I personally see no issue with it. Is like using hashtags from brands. So like, if I'm doing stuff for my podcast, I'll do like hashtag entrepreneur club. But I know they have a following, and now when people are looking for that type of content, it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, with hashtags, if you're a smaller account, the best way to go about it is you want to make sure that the hashtags you're using aren't so overly competitive. If you're trying to do a hashtag, if you're trying to rank on a hashtag that has like 20 million posts every day or something, if you're a smaller account, like, you're just not going to make it. You're not going to make it, right? So the way I do it is I use flick.com. Okay, so it's called Flick. Actually, no, I don't know if it's flick.com. Search for Flick hashtag and it'll come up with it. You know what I mean? Now, this is a website. Now, on the dashboard, the hashtags, it shows you the hashtag. So if you search for rapper or something like that, let me do a screen share.
I love all this value. This is perfect. I'm getting the sauce as well. So don't think, for everybody who's listening to watching this, like, I'm learning just as much as you guys, man. This is beautiful. I got my notepad.
Man.
I'm just happy it's recorded. Bro. I don't know how to write that fast.
I'm just trying to help, bro. I'm just trying to help, man. You know what I mean? So flick.com, flick.tech. I don't fucking know. Google search Flick hashtag and it'll come up. Well, I don't even know the website. It's just so lit. So I'll just use it. Whatever. Now, I might search. Now, at the very top, once you make your account and everything like that, I'm pretty sure it's like $5 or $10 a month. And there's different tiers for it too. On better like more premium versions of this website, it gives you more statistics. So it shows you the ones that have more reach too. I want to upgrade soon because this is like so key. Like, if you use this, I'm going to just say this. I'm going to drop this and then I'm going to be done with it. If you stack content for Instagram and use this website to find which hashtags have the most reach, you can grow your social media like a motherfucker. You're welcome.
Yes.
I need to
And
use this website more. I need to take my own advice because if I did those two things better, I know I could grow way better. But whatever.
And one big thing and one great way to stack content that I've actually used myself recently is if you do have a YouTube channel, which like you do, break the content that you have on your YouTube down into micro content. Like one 10-15 minute podcast episode has
Yeah.
probably 7 to 10 gems within it that are like a minute long
So true.
or
So
a
true.
minute and a half, like, and then just share that directly to, your Instagram, or even do like a quick edit, do the little meme box around it. Like,
Right.
artist shares crazy gently. I see you do stuff like that on your profile all the time.
Yep.
Which, side note, what do you use to edit yours? Because I try and do it on my phone and it never works out. But
I use Premiere Pro.
Like physically on your computer and then just
Yeah.
like export to your phone, or?
Yeah. So I use it on Premiere Pro, and then I type in export settings to have the dimensions fit your phone.
Right. And then you can customize it to whatever, app and everything that you're using it for.
Yeah. And there's easier ways to do it, but that's just kind of how I do it.
No, that makes sense. I want to get better at that myself, because I feel like when I do break the content down from my YouTube, it's not always necessarily the highest quality. I just do it because I'm trying to post daily and I know there's value behind it. So it's like I go more for the value over the quality sometimes, but I want to have both.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like with social media, you don't need Premiere Pro level quality. Like I've been trying to find easy, you know what I mean? Like I've been trying to find easier ways to put out more content on my phone. Like for Instagram,
if you have Adobe, use Adobe Spark.
Adobe Spark. Adobe Spark is cool. Yeah, I mean, that's
Adobe Post or Adobe Spark. I forget.
So it's Adobe Spark. I think you're right. That's like stock images, not stock images. That's like kind of like Canva.
A little bit, yeah. I feel like, to be honest, Canva has a little bit more like better tools and everything like that.
Yeah.
But not on the phone. I feel like Canva I like better on my computer, but then I actually like using Adobe Spark more on my phone just because it's quicker. You can kind of like have templates and everything, which I know Canva has, but
yeah.
That was kind of a side tangent from what we were talking about, but I love it.
Yeah.
Why do you choose to educate rappers in your content? Because that's not something that every rapper does. A lot of times rappers choose to like shine the light on themselves.
Right. So one thing, I'm very passionate about it. I you know what I mean? Like this is my life. You know what I mean? Like I struggled with self-doubt hard at one point. Okay. And what that did was like that self-doubt, like I straight up cried at one point. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, like I don't know how to make it. You know what I mean? And it's like there's that naive thought of like, oh, I'm trying to be a superstar. I can't do it. That's a naive way of thinking. I didn't know that at the time, but it's like there's different, lanes for different people. You don't have to be Drake status, Justin Bieber status to make it. There's truly opportunity for artists right now. And then if you stick with it, eventually, 100%, you could get to that level, but they only got there from hard work, strategically learning marketing. They have a team behind them. So there's, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's impossible to get there because it's 100% possible. But the point is, it's just a naive way of thinking of like, oh, I'll never make it in music, because like I'm trying to be a rock star. Everybody wants to be a rock star. It's like, no, dude, like get your business straight. You know what I mean? Like all these rock stars are actually smart businessmen that know how to brand themselves. If you study your shit, you could get there. You know what I mean? So like, I just feel like I'm just so passionate about that. I just want to share it. And like, dude, it's like, I get the best responses from shit like that. Like the best responses I get is like, people are just like, dude, like, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, and that's, it's another way to build fans. Yeah. But then at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's just so much to it. And like, I just feel like just motivating and inspiring is just like, you know what I mean? We just need more of that. You know what I mean? Like there's too many people trying to hide you know what I mean? Like hide their methods. And we're seeing less results too. So it's kind of like, whatever, you know what I mean?
True. And that's, like I said, that was one thing that attracted me to your brand and like you as an artist, because it's just, you're always giving value. And it's like, I've reached out to you about things like even with questions or just like I said, your YouTube channel. So don't stop doing that. No matter what people will tell you or anything like that, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. As a producer who does the same thing for artists, as an artist doing it, that's super dope.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
And then this is pretty much my final question that I'm gonna have for you, and then we'll wrap everything up. and then we're probably gonna have to do a little talking off the record because I want to learn some more.
Yeah.
So where did you learn, or where could you give a couple of resources for a lot of the things that you learned, both with what we've learned today? Like maybe if you're a reader, give like maybe your top 5 books, or if you like YouTube channels, and then just like top 5 or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, definitely. So knowledge is power. You know what I mean? Like if you're an artist right now, first of all, if you're listening to this, you have enough of a mind frame set up already to want to educate yourself and want to learn. So props to you for listening to this. This is all music marketing and educational based. So if you're listening to this, you want to grow, you want to learn, you're already going to do that. You already got
You're on the right path.
You know what I mean? You're already on the right path. So best books, I would say Jason John Evans, the 4D songwriter.
Okay.
I'm going to say number 1. Okay. So he did this. Now, the way I found him was he did like an Instagram promotion thing where he promoted like a minute-long clip, and he started out with like 3 reasons why you're not growing as an artist, blah, 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 and just kind of went on. And listen, get that audiobook. If you go to Jason John Evans' Instagram page, I'm pretty sure he's selling the audiobook for like $3. So there's no reason not to get that. You need to get that.
Better get that, artist.
You need to get that, and you need to listen to the whole thing, and you just need to fucking do it fast. So that thing's amazing. So that one, and then another one, Get More Fans by Jesse Cannon and Todd Thomas.
Okay.
That's a huge one. That's a great book. I'm a little less than halfway into that one right now, but that one, it's literally like 800 pages of just gems. And like, if you're reading that, like, dude, it gives you so much game. And it's just like, dude, the tools are out there. Like, there's so much out there, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to grow and it's not working, and you're listening to this because you're trying to grow and it's not working, bro, you just might not have read enough shit. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm gonna tell you, listen, like about a month or 2 leading up to the backup release was the first time I read anything about music marketing. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. And now, as soon as I started to read more, was when I was like, oh, I need to read more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree and support that statement 100%.
Yeah.
That's exactly,
you know what I mean?
Like, the more you learn, the more you're just like, I want to / need to learn more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, like, fuck, like, I'm like, I need to do more of this. You know what I mean? And then like, next thing I know, like, my whole mind frame is changing, and then boom, I'm starting to see results with my first song. And then I'm like, boom, these are things I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro. So, you know what I mean? Read more, man. Read more. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a question in your mind, like, stop and think for a second. What are the questions I have? Write some questions down, maybe. I don't know. And then Google search them. They're out there. I promise you. And then I'll say the last book, Rob Level from Smart Rapper, his ebook. I can't even remember the name of the ebook, but it's something about like 200 blog. It's like how to submit to blogs or something like that by Rob Level, Smart Rapper. Go to smartrapper.com, go to his website, try to find his blog submission ebook. That totally changed my mind frame of like how I move in the music business. And the 4D Songwriter did too. I think the 4D Songwriter and that Rob Level ebook, those are the 2 biggest books that like totally changed the way I see this stuff. Again, like, I'm gonna just close with like, bro, if you're submitting, if you're making music and you're not seeing results, you need to read. You need to go back to square one. You need to read, or your shit's trash. No, I'm playing.
No, he's not wrong though. He's not wrong.
Maybe. But I'm trying to encourage, but I'm also trying to
good music, and you're not seeing results.
Right.
All right. So that's. Did you have any more before we pretty much close off, or?
Dude, listen, I'm gonna put my smart link in the description. Subscribe to my YouTube. I'm giving free game. Anytime I get an idea, I'm sharing it. I'm just giving all this game. Listen, subscribe to my YouTube. Backup official music videos out now. You can find that also on my YouTube. Subscribe to my Instagram at @the_Lil Stain, and connect with me if you have any questions. Anybody listening, I'd be more than happy to get with every single one of you and help you all out.
Love it. So on that note, we are pretty much done. Thank you guys for listening. Like I said, this is part 2 of this pretty much interview. And I don't know how to end this, so catch you guys later.
Peace.
All right, so that was the rest of the interview. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys got some value from that. Make sure you guys check out Lil Stain on his social media. I will drop his links below. I'm sorry, not his links. I will drop his profiles below. I'll also drop a link to his new single, Back Up. Make sure you guys check that out. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week. Have a great rest of your week. See you.